What is up, GOAT World? It is me, your boy JDZ, and I'm back at you again with another GOAT format video. Some duelists have been asking about the updated version of the Lava Golem Patrol deck, so I thought I'd bring it to you guys in my own special way. Today, I got a live deck profile coming to you guys with the updated, new and improved Lava Golem strategy. It's kind of been passed around the Discord a lot. Some duelists have been experimenting with it. Some duelists have been making it their own, so I took some of those concepts, added it to my concept, and now I'm going to bring it on to you guys. We can continue to do that and develop this thing. Of course, as always, it's not going to be the most meta-breaking defining deck, but still, it's a lot of fun to play, and it's something interesting, new, and different. And it could be, somewhere on the cusp of being a meta deck. But here we go. So without further ado, make sure you guys go ahead and smash that like button if you like live deck profiles like this. Okay, so first, to start it off, if you're going to play Lava Golem Control, the very first and most important card that you're going to have to play is going to be none other than Lava Golem. We're going to do that bad boy at 3 copies per deck. At 3 copies per deck, I mean, you got to play it. You got to have it. It's like your pseudo boss monster. It's like a pseudo control piece. It can do a lot for you, so you kind of want to play it. So moving on from Lava Golem, we're going to go ahead and play 2 of these bad boys right here. 2 of these bad boys just to kind of help round out the deck, help facilitate some of your plays, help make some things happen for you. We'll add 2 of these, also supported by 3 more of these in your monster lineup. Now, these are just broken. These are just broken. I mean, some people have started to cut these, but I think it's really important that you put these in there to help speed your deck on along, just like these as well, to kind of help bring a little bit more consistency. This is another one of the latest additions that I had. I didn't play this. Again, shout out to, I can't remember the duel's name, but they know who they are. Shout out to you for kind of pointing me out, putting me on to these. That kind of really added some texture to the deck, added a little bit of layers to the deck, and I think that is really cool. And just to round out the rest of the deck, we just have a couple more stable cards that you just absolutely need to play in order to play the format, just keep your deck functioning. And then another card I want to play is going to be this right here. So this one is really strong. This is a card that I kind of tried earlier on in the earlier iterations, but then it kind of backfired a little bit. So I took it out, but now that I'm playing these over here, I can start playing this again, and it makes it a little bit more consistent as well. So this card is really good. And just to finish it off, we got one more of these bad boys right here. So that's the monster count right there. We're going to start off with 16 right here in the deck, and so far, like I said, it's been kind of experimental. It's been a lot of fun, but I think this is probably going to be the best 16 you can have if you want to play this type of strategy. I think this is where you want to go with it. All right, so moving on to the spell cards, we have 16 spells. We got 14 14 spells, 16 monsters, 14 spells. Start off, you just got to go ahead and play, just big trend. You got to put those in there to start it off with. Staple stuff, you got to have 2 of these. You got to have this, you got to have this, you got to have this, pretty much standard stuff. Here's kind of where we kind of derail a little bit and get out of standard. I'm just going to keep playing 3 of these right here. 3 of these, and this is huge. Your opponent will never see it coming. Your opponent will never see it coming if you come at them early with 3 of these right here. They just won't know what to do. They'll think they'll have it all figured out, and then boom, this springs on them out of nowhere, and there you go. And obviously, just round it off with just one of these, and then this right here. This is kind of no good. I really don't like this one right here. Like, if I had to make some changes, if I had to make a cut, I'm probably cutting this thing first. Maybe you can put a ceasefire in there. Maybe you can put magic cylinders in there. Maybe you can put another, like a Wabaku or a threatening roar or something in there, or something. But this just really wasn't doing it for me. So that's going to be the first thing on the chopping block once this deck is made. But if it's for you, I mean, it might be able to work out for you. All right, so that's going to be the spell cards coming in at 14. All right, so now going into the traps. Again, standard stuff. You got to play it. You just got to play it. These 3, just in every deck, you just got to play it. This one, we're gonna stick with these right here. They've been working out really great. People don't see that coming as well sometimes because you're playing so many of these. Why would you play this? It just doesn't make any sense, right? So you're playing so many of these. Why would you go ahead and keep playing that? So you just keep it in there just as a little surprise factor. And I started playing these as well just for consistency, just to speed it up along from time to time. You just want to have those in there as well. So that's going to work out for you. And then just to finish it off, you just have this, and then this little treat right here. This has been kind of another sneaky pick. I've been putting this in. I've been playing this. So that's another little sneaky one for you that people just may not be ready for all the time. They might not see it coming, and then boom. This deck is all about surprising your enemy. This deck is all about catching people off guard. So if you can continue to do that, keep them on their back foot, and then maybe in the earlier rounds, they might not know your whole deck, but you'll have these surprises like this around every corner. So that's 40 total, 14 spells, 16 monsters, and 10 trap cards is going to get us to the end of that. So But moving on to the side deck, yeah, we'll do side deck first before extra deck. Side deck, again, very basic, very standard when in terms of siding, normal siding patterns. I kind of got away from the transition stuff because people were kind of deducing that what I was doing, I was losing my element of surprise. So I kind of got away from the traditional siding, and it went from the conversion siding, kept it a little bit more traditional. So basically, if I'm playing burn, I'm playing these. If I'm playing warriors, I'm going to go here. If we're doing control, we don't have too much for control. We're just gonna have to outscale them most of the time. But I'll just put both of these in to kind of help facilitate the control matchup. And then for turbo, we'll just put these three in. Typically, that can kind of get it done for us. But that's still going to be your absolute hardest matchup. You got to play very well. And then I also started playing these. I started playing these right here just for like the reasoning gate stuff and playing it for the alt win stuff. Just keep them guessing, man. They won't know what's happening. So you put those in there and it's pretty good. And also sometimes this can come in against control too, and it works out. And then for the final two slots, I just put these in just for, again, your rogue and random stuff. They just come up. It just comes up and you'll have these and boom. It'll just auto win. So when I'm siding with this deck, if I can just put stuff in there like this or like these down here, they just kind of auto win for me, then it's going to be good. So that's how we're going to do that with the side deck. If I had to cut something, these right here, I know these can be kind of expensive and a lot of people don't have access to these, so you can probably cut those out, put maybe Cyberstein, if you can get a Cyberstein or something like that. It'll be basically doing the same thing, but I think that is going to be pretty good for the side deck so far. All right, so now extra deck. We'll go over that really quickly. Extra deck, we got the extra deck. It's going to be basic stuff. You know, you got your level ones. You can make these pretty easy. You got your 4s, 5. You can go into this super easy. This I never make this card. I never go into it, but I just have it there just in case. Again, it's all about just being prepared and whatever comes up. Then you got your 6s. Obviously, you got to play all this stuff. Pretty standard. 7s. I got this and I got this. And then finally, your 8. I only have one of those. And then finish it off with this one right here. So everything else, again, across the board, super standard stuff in the extra deck, in the side deck. But there are some tweaks and changes that I think have been going pretty great for me. Again, so going into like, so again, the deck's been working pretty good for me, and maybe you guys can see how it works for you. So basically, some of the things that kind of come up for me a lot, like my opponent, boom, they'll have like 2 guys out. I'll be like, I'll lava golem, put it on them, and then they're gonna have to deal with it. Boom. Or sometimes they'll have like 4 guys, and then I'll be like, because it's special summon, so you can do 2 lava golems per turn, and then put it out, and then they're just going to be in shambles, man. So, or if you go 2, if you have 3, if you had to draw all 3, they have 4 monsters. Boom, you bring them down, and then you get rid of those 2, kill these 2, and then boom, bring them in, and then you can bring those guys back later on. So that's just some of the stuff that you can do with this deck, man. Again, I think it's super rock solid. And you guys tell me what you think about it in the comment section. As always, you know, I just want to do this really quickly. People have been asking about it, so I thought I'd go ahead and put this together for you guys. But that's all I have. If you like videos like this, make sure you go ahead and like and subscribe. Tell me what you think about it. What would you cut? What would you cut if you're playing this deck? What would you cut? Because there is some cards in here that, like I said, haven't been performing too well. If you have played this deck before, let me know what you guys would cut and what you would add in some of these slots, man. Because I'm always looking for some help. I'm always looking to hear from you guys, and we can do it just like that. Cool. That's all I got. As always, I'm JDZ. I play GOATs. To the next time. Shout out to all the real ones. Salute to the OGs. Peace.